you were. They passed into heaven each day up above, tried up the time and assumed they gave it all, but they could not touch, they could not kiss, they had no flesh, no ugly bliss. So we made a scheme, they made a plan. Well, we connived around as a woman and a man. She rode a lunar way, he threw a solar beam. They took us uniforms to live out a dream. The most beautiful people that I've ever seen. They were the Peking king and the New York queen. I said the Peking king and the New York queen. As fate would have it, the toss of the dice, they went to opposite ends of this world of our lives. Opposite eyes, opposite minds. Such things matter in these troubled times.
We read a book from right to left. You read a book from the left hand and a page to the right. We see a rabbit in the moon. When you look at the moon, it's a man in the moon. Raw fish is very tasty, thank you. Eating raw fish is disgusting. Buddha is the only way. Jesus is the one way. Communism, democracy. East is red, better dead than red.
Peking in the east and New York in the west. Each place thought that it was the best. Above the sun and the moon on their earthly quest, you and I doubt that it was all the best. They said, poison man, you read it, but it's all the same, but now it knows. Well, the only thing they walked into a Peking king, there was speaking in the arms Elizabeth's New York queen. Thousands of miles they were so far apart. How to get together, where to start? On the California Central and the Shanghai Express, he headed to Hong Kong, she headed out west. No passports, no visas, no government quotas, no secret missile sites in South Dakota. No red tape, no red light could stop the dream of the Peking king and the New York queen. I said the Peking king and the New York queen. So they've all been right to the Philippines. It was a lovely little place to live our dream. To say east is east, west